Hello guys, so today I am heading into the first part of the IUI journey, and it seems like it's going to be a long journey. So today I am getting a baseline ultrasound and some blood work, I believe. I feel like all of the videos that I have seen where people get an IUI, it's like they go to their doctor and say like, hey, I want to get an IUI, and then like next thing I know they're getting it. But for me, I feel like I have like a full month worth of different testing and appointments I need to get before I can even do an IUI. So I'm not sure if that's just because I have high FSH and because my doctor wants to check and make sure an IUI is a good option for me. So maybe most people just don't get a lot of the testing done, or maybe they just don't talk about all of the testing that has to be done. But anyways, I thought I would, share all of it with you guys. So I'm not sure if this is going to be a normal like abdominal ultrasound or vaginal ultrasound. I really hope it's not vaginal. I'm on day 3 of my period today, and that's just going to be uncomfortable if that's the case, but we will see. Today's appointment costs about $500, which is kind of stressful, but it's okay. It might be worth it. It might not. I mean, yeah, I'm definitely not going to think it's worth it if I don't end up getting pregnant, but there's no way to know unless we just do it. So thank you, because a bunch of you have donated to our GoFundMe and to my PayPal me. So thank you guys so much for that. And yeah, it is time for me to go in. Hans has to work because he has to go out of town tomorrow. And my mom is actually picking Alistair up for me because I'm going to be done after he's out of school. So I am just here by myself, which is okay because it should be a pretty easy appointment. So we're gonna go. I don't really know if I can film inside, so I may or may not, but I will talk about the appointment if not. Okay, so I wanted to vlog while everything was still fresh in my head. I just got done with the appointment, and P.S. I've had a 4-day headache, so I'm not feeling so great, but I am really happy because things couldn't have gone better. So I went into the appointment and found out that this appointment was actually 80% of it was covered by my insurance because of the way that they coded it or something. I don't know, but you might say that I had some tears coming out of my face. I was just not expecting that. And at the last appointment, they told us that our insurance wasn't going to cover any of it. So it was just a surprise. So that was exciting. So it was a vaginal ultrasound. It wasn't bad. It was really quick, and it was really cool because while she was doing the ultrasound, she showed me my ovaries and she counted the follicles, the eggs that were in each ovary, which I think she said there were like 8 that she counted, and she said that was normal and good. So that was exciting. And then I did a bunch of blood work. They took a lot of blood from me, and basically we are all set to do an IUI at the end of November. She actually said we could have done it like starting Clomid like today. But I didn't know that because we have a handful of other tests that need to get done, and I thought we would do all of the tests first and wait for the results. But I guess I misunderstood, so that's totally fine though. It's fine that we're going to spread it out a little bit. So she said this will just be the testing month, so in a few more days I will be going in to get the HSG, and I'm really nervous about that. It is it's a dye test where they basically shoot dye through your fallopian tubes looking for any blockages. So I have to get that done in the next few days, and Hans is going to be gone, and I'm just really bummed because I don't want to go without him. I want him to go with me, but it has to get done. It has to get done before we can do the IUI. That's also something that will increase my chances of becoming pregnant, so it will be good once it's done and over with. And then I think there were a few more things that I just had to like check and make sure I got done. I can't remember. I'll have to look at my long list. But I mean, so today went good. Everything looks normal so far. I will update after I get the results of my blood test, because they will be checking my FSH levels again on this blood test, amongst a lot of other things. But the FSH is the important one. That's the one that showed to be pretty high when my last doctor did the test. And so that is what we are going to be looking for. And so basically they will give me a heads up. If it's too high, then we won't do the IUI. And that's kind of why I thought we wouldn't do the IUI right away, because if we're not going to know the results till later today, and if I started taking Clomid today, and then she was like, actually, your levels are too high, so we're not going to do the IUI, or it's not probably going to work for you, it just seems like that would just, yeah, I'm not going to rush it. So end of November, that will be perfect timing actually, because this month is going to be, yeah, pretty busy. And so, yeah, I'm excited. So I'll update after I get the results back from my blood test and try to explain what I know from that. Okay guys, so I'm excited to update about my test results. I don't actually have the numbers in front of me, but guess what guys, everything came back good. So if you saw my video a while back, I think it said like devastating news. I had learned that my FSH levels were 10, or maybe it was a little over 10, basically not good. And if you don't know what that is, it's follicle stimulating growth hormone or something like that. It basically is your egg quality, and I think it also has to do with the number of eggs that you have, which is a huge part of becoming pregnant. And anything over 13 is not great. They like to see anything under 10, and I think mine was almost like 11. It can almost mean that you are closer to menopause than you should be for my age. I think that's kind of what it means. But my numbers came back under 8, a little bit under 8, which is a little confusing because I didn't think the numbers could get better. However, I do think that the hormone numbers are like cycle day sensitive. So depending on what cycle day you do the testing, the number is going to fluctuate a little bit. So I don't know if my old clinic tested me on the wrong cycle day or what, but basically it's great news. I don't think I could have gotten any better news. And everything else looked great. They tested a bunch of stuff. They tested my AMH levels, which I know is another important one. I don't remember the numbers. If anyone cares to know the numbers, I will tell you down in the comments. They tested my estrogen, which was really good. They tested a few other, like a handful of them, and there were maybe 2 that were like, you know, like not perfect, but not bad at all. So with that, basically we can move forward with an IUI, and I am just so pleased with how this is all going. Now, they did want me to get my HSG, which was the dye test. I can't remember if I said this already yesterday. This is the next day when I'm filming this. They wanted me to get that dye test like within the next couple days. However, it is okay to get that right before an IUI, and everything that I had read said that getting that right before an IUI can actually increase your chances. So I said, why am I getting it done a month in advance? Wouldn't it be better to get it done right before the IUI if it's going to increase my chances of becoming pregnant? They said the only reason that we sometimes like to do it in advance is so if there are any issues, any blockages, anything that's going to kind of keep you from doing an IUI cycle that month, then we would know in advance. That's the only issue. So what I decided was I'm just going to take my chances, not do it in the next couple days, because number one, it is one of the more expensive tests that my insurance won't cover, which is fine. We have money saved up for it. But it would be better to do it in probably about 3 weeks rather than right now. And also Hans is out of town right now, and it is a procedure. It can be pretty uncomfortable, and I'm kind of a wimp. So I would like Hans to be able to come with me. And also if I had to have like my mom babysit Alistair, then she couldn't come with me, but I need a babysitter for Alistair. So I'm going to wait and do it probably around the end of November, beginning of December. That timeline actually just works so much better for us too. It's going to be perfect, I think, for timing. So yeah, that is everything. So I feel great about everything. I love the clinic that we are at, and I cannot wait for my next period to come, because that's basically all we are waiting for to get everything started. And yeah, thank you guys for your support, and thank you for wanting to know more about it. And you might not hear much for a month, because there's really not going to be much that's going on. There are a couple more tests that I may be getting. I think it's like blood tests, and what else? I feel like there was one other thing, but nothing like big. It's just small stuff. So I will talk to you guys later, and see you later. Bye.